Welcome to the 49th episode of the Limitless show. Most welcome to everyone who has joined me this evening from LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and my dearest Limitless tribe. Thank you so much, everyone, for making this possible so far, for all your love. So, what I want to share with you before I bring on my very special guest is that next week is the 50th episode. It's the golden episode, and please do not miss that because I bring on my first ever mentor in the coaching space, and it's going to be a very, very special episode. So, without further ado, about my guest for today, she proves that, being in this life, just fulfilling your material duties is not the only thing that you have come for. You have a purpose beyond that. You have the purpose of, connecting to the divine and finding that spiritual you inside of you and connecting to that as well, and raising your consciousness every single day. And she is doing it so beautifully because she realizes that she has so much to share with the other people and help them uplift their life and their spirits. She is none other than Maitreyi Gayatri, who's, this is a spiritual name given to her by Dadashreeji. And I'll just bring her on. Other than that, she is actually a professor of design, which she's again very, very passionate about. So let's get all the wisdom and the stories of transformation from Maitreyi Gayatri. Namaste, Maitreyi ji.
Hello,
Very
Anshu.
warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here, Anshuji, and thank you for inviting me. Thank you for making me part of this amazing limitless universe that you've been carrying on for all these weeks, I would say. And congratulations on almost completing a year and 50 episodes soon.
Yes, thank you so much, and really grateful that you have joined me over here. And I would love to know your story of transformation. So, what was your mindset earlier, and how did this journey begin? And, please share all that story with us.
Sure, I would love to. Thanks, Anshuji. So as we were speaking earlier, also, and you shared a while back that very early in my life, I realized that life cannot be only and only about ticking the boxes. Doing the things that you're supposed to do, which are of course important in life, and I'm not disagreeing with that. But for each individual, I think there is a purpose in life which we all need to fulfill. And
Absolutely.
I think so very early in my life I had this thought, this feeling. Actually, in my teenage, I had this feeling that probably there's more to life than just doing the achieving the basic milestones of life that have been laid down. So that's when, I mean, I had this thought, but it was in my 20s, in my early 20s, and that carried on through the 20s actually. That seeking to know more about the true purpose of life, that basic question, that who am I really and truly, that started to build up, and that became a very very pertinent question in life. So that seeking only grew with time, and I was, like I was sharing earlier, I was trying to find answers anywhere and everywhere possible. So
Right.
I started reading books, and I started talking to people, whoever was in the vicinity who could probably answer these questions for me. I would go and talk to them, and that's how it continued. But I think it was when I was 29, that's when there was this very strong, एक दिल से आवाज आती है ना, तो एकदम बहुत दिल से, that calling came out, and it was a calling to the divine, to the god, to divine, to universe, that how can you leave me alone? How can you leave me alone in this life? And I'm
Right.
constantly seeking for guidance, and but I'm not getting that right guidance anywhere. तो बहुत एकदम दिल से वो एक आवाज निकली थी. आई रिमेम्बर, आई स्टिल हैव दैट विजुअल इन माय हेड एंड दैट फीलिंग कि
Right.
हैव टू कम एंड हेल्प मी. So that was the main aspect. And then, of course, eventually after a couple of months from then, I got an opportunity to experience a meditation with MaitriBodh Parivaar. And
Okay.
that was I still remember 2015, May 2015, and that was the day of Buddha Purnima.
Wow.
So on a very very auspicious day, which is associated with self realization, on the day,
Yes.
yeah, on the day of Buddha Purnima, I had the opportunity to attend a meditation which was being conducted by MaitriBodh Parivaar. So when I went there, I had gone with a completely open mind to see कि अच्छा, let's see what happens. And that was a very defining moment, Anshu ji, because वो ऐसा मौका था. उसके पहले ना, whenever I tried meditating, had done various types of meditations before that, and I had experienced peace. तो मुझे
Right.
पीस का एक्सपीरियंस होता है ना, एवरीथिंग calms down, your mind is calm
Yes.
down. So वो
Yes.
that I had experienced. But this was the first time ever in my life, and that's why it's so life changing for me, because first time ever I experienced love.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so first time in my life I felt that. तो अभी तक क्या था कि मेरी सीकिंग डिवाइन की थी कि डिवाइन शुड
Right.
कम बी विद मी, एंड आई नीड टू एक्सपीरियंस द डिवाइन. एंड दिस वाज द
Absolutely.
first time ever that I felt that the divine loves me. The divine loves me. And I have shared this with many many people all the time, but then that moment कि जैसे एक छोटा बच्चा होता है, and the parents put their hand on top of the head, ऐसे प्यार से सहलाते हैं ना.
Right. Right.
So I could actually feel in that small 20 minutes ka meditation tha, I could feel that the divine was there and putting the hand on my head.
Hmm.
That experience of love actually transformed my life and changed my whole course of life. तो वहाँ
Wow.
से मेरी जर्नी शुरू हुई with मैत्रीबोध परिवार and with मैत्रेय दादाश्री जी. And since then, I think has not been a looking back.
Amazing, amazing. What a phenomenal thing. I mean, that kind of, tells me what you are seeking is also seeking you. So I think you were seeking for that, and it was also seeking for you. But I think everything has a right time and a right moment. So
Yeah.
that moment came when it was supposed to come. So do you believe in this? What you seek is seeking you. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think so. Because I one thing I believe in for sure, Anshuji, and at least my life experiences have taught me this, is that there are no coincidences in life.
Yes.
Uh, I even both of us connecting today, I don't see that this is a coincidence. I think it's very much part of the way that the whole divine flow is moving and the way
Yes.
time is flowing. So, yes, I definitely feel that there is a divine timing for everything and there are no coincidences. So, when the time is right, things unfold and happen for us. So, yes, I was seeking, and I know my divine was also waiting for, that connection to happen.
Right, so true. So, I mean, after you got education, I got to know from you that you got into a job with a very good company, and you were designing, I think jewelry or some diamond jewelry and all for them.
Yes.
And a very good job, very good profile, everything. But all of a sudden, you had a sudden feeling that you are not doing justice to a lot of things which you stand for. So would you share that story? Because I think it was a profound thing for me.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, I completed my education, my bachelor's, and then I got a job in Mumbai, and it was in a reputed institution, a reputed organization, and it was a very good job also. And So it involved designing of jewelry. It involved designing of we were working with diamond jewelry at that time. And yes, like I shared before, that it was one moment, and we I think all of us have such moments in our life where where there's a strong voice from within that comes, and you know that this is something you have to do. So one fine day, I was sitting like on my desk, and I was sketching and designing some jewelry pieces, and there was this voice that came, and again from my heart, I could hear it that what are you doing? How are you contributing to the society? I had always had this feeling of giving back to the society in some way, in my own capacity, not much, but whatever little. And I realized, and that moment when that I could hear that voice, I felt that no, this is not what I it was meant for me. And I'm not saying that this is wrong, working in a good company or achieving or success or money. I don't say that's wrong, but that wasn't for me at that point of time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So so yes, I decided to change the course of my life at that moment. I left that job, and then I went back, and I joined an NGO that used to work with, that still works with uplifting the livelihood, upscaling the livelihood of handicraft artisans. So, people who create handicraft articles, we used to work with them. And that gave me a lot of perspective in life. So, I mean, I got an opportunity to travel to villages, small villages in Rajasthan, and spend time with the community there, talk to people, and also see how they're living their life, what are the challenges that they're facing. So a lot of perspective in life came from that experience, and I was happy, although salary was lesser than what I was earlier earning, but the contentment level was much higher, the satisfaction was much higher. And yeah, I think that was the path for me at that point of time, and I then continued from there. So yeah.
Amazing. So I think you are very wise, and you did have that connection with divine, I would say, because what happens is I see people going on till 50, even 50, 60, they retire also from some such places where they have never been fulfilled. They
Hmm.
probably have never felt the fulfillment. And in Tony Robbins's words, he says that the ultimate failure in life is where you are very very successful without any fulfillment. You have everything in your life except the fulfillment, minus the, and you truly knew that you were not supposed to be there because it was not giving you that contentment, and you chose the path that was suitable to you. And again, as you rightly said, that that was for you. Not everyone might have the same choices, same priorities. Absolutely. But yeah, at least knowing yourself, because we can win the world if we know ourselves.
So true. So
So, so what, according to you, coming from this question itself, what, and yeah, just to acknowledge, I have some lovely comment over here from Miss P. She says, loving this conversation. So, thank you so much.
thank you,
Uh,
Miss P. Thank you.
so, coming to my question, what do you think is contribution? What do you think is fulfillment? And why do you think it's very, very relevant, very, very powerful aspect of our lives if we understand?
Hmm. Yeah, I think from so taking it up from the conversation we were having just now. So each one of us is unique, and each one of us have our own path. I mean, what works for you might not work for me. What works for me might not work for you. So when you very rightly said, Anshuji, that the key is to know your own self. Who are you
Yes.
as an individual? I think that's the key to know. And this whole journey of life, I feel, is only a process of knowing yourself, knowing who you truly
Yes.
are. So
True.
apart from the layers that we put around us, the ideas that we associate with our own self, I think moving beyond that and understanding who you truly are is the key, is the whole essence of life. So yes, in my case, what happened, and I think it happens with many people, is what that I could hear the voice of my heart, and I followed it. I am saying this also that, while I was making those decisions, yes, there were a lot of people who did not think they were the wisest of decisions. So actually, I laughed when you said that, you seem very wise, because when I was doing all those things, people around me didn't really feel that those were the wisest of decisions. And out of care and concern, they would, say it to me that, think about what you're doing in your life. However, that heart's calling is something very, very important. And it is true, it is very, very true that if you are not connected to the heart, if you're not able to hear your own heart's voice, it might become very challenging as you move forward in life, because you will be doing something in the material world, but your heart, if it's not happy and satisfied and not aligned with what you're doing, you will not be able to sustain that for too long. People who have, and we have very, very good examples around us actually, people who have achieved something big, people who have done something humongous that has impacted a lot of lives positively, are those people who have followed their heart. I
Yes.
mean, we see that all the time. You look at Mahatma Gandhi ji, you look at Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad ji. So much that they've contributed has come from the fact that they followed their heart.
Yes.
And one more very important thing I will mention here is that my family has always supported me. My parents are, I think, they're God sent, of course, and they have really supported me in all the decisions of my life. And of course, the presence of divine has helped me to receive that right guidance and move forward. So yes, I feel I'm totally blessed, but I also feel that every one of us is blessed. We need to just follow our heart's voice.
Absolutely, absolutely. God has, I totally believe that God is never unfair or, taking sides. It's just our thinking, our perception, because we are not able to align ourselves to that divine. And that's why we feel that, we say, tend to say things like, मैं तो बहुत unlucky हूँ, या वो बहुत lucky है. But I think, that's just because of lack of alignment. What you said was, when you said ki people thought it was an unwise decision, that's expected, right? That is societal conditioning, because
Mm.
they are talking in that typical way the society works. And if you just go by how the society works, I think, forget about fulfillment and forget about contribution, because society only gives a lot of priority and importance to material wealth and success and, all the tangible things. They never give importance to, the intangible. But it is the voice inside us that guides us in that direction. And you had that voice which was awake and active. So, and
Yeah.
that's so important to lead this life. That's so
Yeah.
important. We should not be like zombies walking on this earth, not knowing, where we are headed.
Actually, what you said, Anshuji, if I may just, add a little into this. So yes, in life, whatever situation is coming, we can either see that situation as an opportunity, or we can either see it as a challenge. Now, when we see something as a challenge, our, the most general or common response to it is that life is unfair to me, or that life is being fair to others, and I'm the only one suffering. However, if we see that same situation as an opportunity, we will always grow. So life actually
Yes,
is designed in a way that it helps each one of us to grow to our strengths. So the hidden qualities that we have in within us, they come out when we are faced with a situation which is uncommon, which is not the usual,
yes,
which is out of the comfort zone. And I think
yes.
that pushes us to then explore ourselves, our own qualities. So actually, if you ask me, when had you asked me these questions a couple of years back, I probably wouldn't have been so confident in even sitting and answering those questions. But it's these, and this is what I've learned in my transformation journey with Maitreya Dadashreeji, that how so many of the qualities that I now feel I have, I never knew they existed.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's how That's how,
But
if
you chose to get out of all the comfort zone, and you chose to take a different path. So that's why they came across. So I have a question. Miss Fee has a question. How
yes.
soon after hearing the voice did you make the move to leave your job?
Miss Fee, I think in this particular case, I made the decision in a, I think in a week's time. Um,
Wow, that was very soon.
I think, but I was, I mean, yeah, and that's how I have been, and my life has been so. But again, like I said, Miss Fee, and to everyone else who's listening, please don't map your life based on other people's experiences. Don't go by what I'm also saying. Just connect to your own heart, and you will know the way
Yes.
from there. So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So that actually brings me to the next question that, you know, why is the most difficult thing in the world to do is actually change yourself. We keep looking outside rather than inside, and we keep comparing ourselves with others, and we constantly try to change ourselves according to, again, the social standards. At,
Hmm.
what are the social standards? We don't have standards of our own. We
Hmm.
go by the social scan. So why according to you it's so difficult to change ourselves, where the only thing according to Dadashri ji is what should matter is actually changing ourselves.
Yes, yes, absolutely true. So actually, it's not so difficult, Anshuji, if one just decides to do it. Um, it's so Dadashriji's quote, I think that I shared with you also, that he says that remember, the only worthwhile challenge in life is to change yourself. Rest is all baseless and waste of time. So basically, the thing is that we invest a lot of time and energy in changing other people. We invest a lot of you know also we invest our own selves in changing other people. So maximum time the challenges in relationships come because we point out at the other person and say that, okay, you need to behave differently, you need to change this and you need to change that. So
Yes,
that's what Dada says, that it's a waste of time to try to change others because it's not in your control. You will
absolutely.
never be able to change anyone else.
Right.
However, what is in your hands is to transform yourself. You say yes to transformation, and in that saying yes to transformation, what happens is then life automatically takes you on a path to help you become a better version of yourself. So when you shift your focus from outside to inside, what happens is that we start looking at what is not working out here rather than changing what is not working out there, and this shifts the whole thing. So everyone who's listening also, well, MaitriBodh Parivaar and Dadashreeji speaks of transformation, and transformation is nothing else but working on your own self to become a better human being. So this is just the journey, and it is very very associated and linked with the question that I had, that who am I and what is the purpose of my life. So
Right.
rest is all okay. Some everything will work out as per the divine will and divine plan. The only thing we need to focus on is this and become more aware. Yeah.
I know. Just today itself, a very relevant thing that you said. Just today, I was reading somewhere that we keep expecting others to change, or that they are not up to the mark. What we expect them, maybe the husband is not so loving or romantic, does
Mhm.
not make such gestures which we want him or her to make, or complaining basically about other people. But what if they do not have it in them? How can they be? I mean, if you are having a cup of coffee in your hand, you are going to have coffee. You can't expect tea out of that cup of coffee. So
Hmm.
expecting something which someone does not have is the constant thing that we bind ourselves with. It's
Yeah.
easier to actually accept that and change ourselves rather to align.
Yeah. So you said it rightly, Anshuji. There's this little bit of a a twist in the way we look at this situation. So if you go deeper and check that, why is it that I'm trying to change the other person? Why is it that, I expect this person, this individual, to behave in a certain way? So where is that expectation coming from?
Yeah.
Actually, maximum fights and quarrels and hurt happens because we don't meet each other's expectations.
Yes,
And when
absolutely.
so where is the expectation coming from? Do you have a set idea in your head that a husband should be like this, a wife should be like this, a mother should be like this, a father should be like this?
Yes.
And where have these impressions come from? They've all come from what we've seen outside in the world. So when the expectation is Anshuji, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, I'm able to hear you.
Okay, okay. So for a second, I thought the video was frozen. So where are these expectations coming from? So again, it comes back to me. What are my thoughts and ideas? And the thing is that yes, you said it very very rightly that the key to harmony in relationships is to accept the other person as it is. The problem comes when we are not able to accept our own selves. So when I realized that I want the husband to behave in a certain way, till the time I accept that as an awareness, I feel that completely within me. Till that happens, I will always have a problem with the other person. So the journey to acceptance again also starts with me. Okay, I accept myself that I have these expectations. There's nothing wrong in it. And then I can accept the other person that, okay, they are not as per my expectations, but okay, they are still mine. They are my people.
Right. Absolutely. So beautifully you have put it across. So, I mean, I have heard you say that, from the time you were like a teenager, you had a kind of a seeking from that time, though you did not probably know what exactly were you seeking for, but you knew there was something that you were looking for. So at that time, what kind of a mindset did you have? What was your mindset as a person till the time you didn't come into the spiritual arena and you didn't start contributing as seva? What
Hmm.
was the mindset that you had?
Yeah. So I was a very very average individual, nothing exceptional as the way I was. I don't see anything exceptional. Um, I was so the seeking that I had was about us time pe na, I didn't even have this strong realization that I want to connect with divine. I just had this understanding that there's more to life than what meets the eyes. So
Right,
that was it. That is what I had in my teenage.
right.
Uh, However, one thing I had very very strongly within me that I need to do something for others. Whether it's the environment, whether it's the animals, whether it's the people around, people who are not so privileged as I am. I always had this feeling within me that something needs to be, you need to give back to society for all the privilege that, and I accept the fact that I've been privileged to have the people I have had in my life, my
Hmm.
family, my friends. So that thing was there and I always wanted to give back to society.
Right, right.
So this is what I had as a teenager at that point of time. Nothing, I was not astrally traveling or doing meditation for hours and hours together. It was just this feeling that there's more to life and I need to contribute to the society. That's it.
And you are doing it right now, even with MaitriBodh Parivaar. If I'm not wrong, you are doing a lot of seva where you're volunteering to take sessions, I think meditation sessions and havans and a lot of different things. So, how has that seva experience been like?
Yeah. Yeah. I think see, seva, Anshuji, is I think important for everyone. It's not associated with whether you're a spiritual individual or not. Seva is just it's a bhav, it's an emotion that you have within, that you want to serve others. And I know many people who are not on the spiritual path, they are not at all spiritual, if you, as per the definition of the word spiritual, they
Mm-hmm.
are not, but they are there to help others. They're
Hmm.
always there to give something back to the society, to people around. So seva has helped me immensely. And I mean, very humbly I accept that there were only there I do only so much. There are many people in MaitriBodh Parivaar also who do like amazing work day and night. They are helping people constantly. So Seva has always given us. I mean, Dadashreeji has always said that you need to serve. In fact, it's so amazing, and I'm always humbled when I think about this. That he's said on many platforms that he himself calls himself as a servant. He says that I'm a servant to humanity, and he has always had this feeling within that he wants to serve the society. So what seva does is na, it helps you to bow down, and that ego that we all have, the false ego that we create, that ego is crushed in that process. So that's
Yes.
extremely humbling as an experience. Another
Yes.
thing that happens is that again I'm sharing something that Dada Shriji has taught all of us, that you keep one hand to the divine, so you keep one hand up towards the divine, and you keep another hand towards others. So you receive from one hand and you give from the other, and
Beautiful.
that is the natural process of life. As this is how it was meant to be always, that you receive from one side and you give from the other.
Beautiful. I love that gesture actually. It's
Yes,
so
it's
beautiful.
you take from one hand
Yes,
and you give
yes.
from the
It's
other.
amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. What is true love, freedom, and divine friendship?
What is true love? So true love, well, we love is actually these days a very commonly used word, and also a lot of times misunderstood. True love, or divine love, as we call it, is is unconditional. Anshuji, is true love and divine love is non-judgmental and unconditional, which means that I will love you irrespective of what you are, who you are, what you do. I love
Yes.
you and I accept you the way you are.
Yes.
So, human love, as we see around today, has a lot of limitations. So, we choose to love somebody because they match into
Yes.
our mind's criteria. So, we have
Right.
boxes are ticked, and then we decide to
Yes.
love the other person. However,
Absolutely.
divine love is completely unconditional. It's all accepting, and it doesn't differentiate between one and another. So based on your caste, your religion, your professional background, your social status, your economic status, irrespective of all of this, divine love is all inclusive and accepting. So
Yes.
that's what I have experienced, and that's what I've learned. So
Amazing.
yeah.
And what
Sorry.
is freedom?
Yeah, yeah. You were. Yeah, I was just gonna ask what were the other two words you said. So freedom.
Yeah.
I think freedom is also associated. So freedom can only come when you unconditionally love somebody. And when you unconditionally love somebody, you let them be the way they are. There's a very powerful experience of my life. If we have time, I would like to share it quickly.
Yes, absolutely. Please go ahead.
So you asked me how I was and how my mindset was before I met Dadashriji. Well, like I was growing up, and like everybody else, I had also gone through various life's experiences, which had somewhere, left an impression on me that I'm not good enough. You know, I am not good enough in many areas of my life. So whatever it was, and I had this very deeply ingrained within me that I'm not good enough. And before anybody else judged me, I used to judge my own self, that okay, I
Right.
don't fit into this because I'm not good enough. I don't
Right.
speak like this, I don't talk like this, I don't look like this, I'm not this kind of a person, so I'm not good enough to be here.
Right.
So, and I think many people still go through this
Yes, yes.
experience.
Absolutely. So many of us.
So many of us actually. So one of the incidences is that I think this was in 2017, beginning of 2017, and I had an opportunity to be at our ashram. So our ashram is Shanti Kshetra Premgiri Ashram. It's very close to Mumbai. It's in Karjat, and so I had the opportunity to be there. And there was an event going on. There was some celebration going on, and Dadashriji was also sitting there. And I was given a seva to do, and I mean, I was part of the sevaks, so I was doing the seva, and my seva was photography to click pictures of the event that was happening.
Right.
So while this was going on, in my mind, inside of me, the thoughts that were playing was that again, I'm not good enough. I was looking at everybody around, and I was saying that, oh, they are so nice people. Everybody's so nice. They are so loving. They're all, such spiritually evolved people that are around me. Even that spiritual judgment is there. So
Right.
everybody's so good. And I looked at Dadashreeji and I was like, look at him. He's all love. He's so simple. He's all love. And then I look at myself and I see all the things that were not right, things. So I was judging myself and I told
Yes.
myself that you don't deserve to be here. That you don't deserve to be here. And this was going on. And this thought is actually a very draining thought, Anshuji. If if anybody can relate to this right now who's listening,
Yes. Completely drains your energy.
it it
Completely.
it pulls you down like
Yes.
anything else.
Yes.
So this thought was so heavy on me at that time that I just sat in a corner with I just left. I mean, the camera was in my hand, but I just sat there and I was not able to take any pictures. And actually, it was a very fun event that was going on. There were, some very nice performances happening, etc. But I had just sat in a corner. And Maitreya Dadashreeji, like I said, he's, I've experienced that essence of love, that divine love through him, that he's all
Yes.
accepting. So he just looked at me, and his attention went towards me, and he asked me that, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" So he's very simple. He just, in simple words, he just said, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And with so much love that he said this, Anshuji, I mean, I replied to him saying that, yes, Dada, I'm fine, everything is fine. But that love was so overpowering that it washed off all that judgment that I was carrying within.
Hmm.
So I mean, I remember that moment that I just went away from that place and I
Hmm.
bursted into tears, and in those tears all that judgment just rinsed out, that just judgment that within me just was erased and washed away. And
Beautiful.
since then 2017, I've never felt that way, that I'm not good enough to be here, I don't deserve to be here.
Wow.
This was
That's
such a
so awesome.
Yeah, that's the experience of true love. It can truly wash away all the things that we carry within, which are part of false self. They're not really who we
Yes.
are.
Yes. Yes.
And so, to answer your question, that what is freedom? Freedom is this: that you accept
Yes.
the individual the way they are, and you let them be the way they are,
And
and
accepting yourself.
and
Accepting
accepting
yourself. Yes. Yes.
and accepting yourself. Yes.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing this incidents that happened, because I think it definitely uplifted so many spirits who are watching this show. Because that's the truth. We constantly put ourselves down by comparing ourselves with others, but we are all unique, and God made us all limitless. I think we are all
Yes,
limitless souls in our own ways, and
absolutely.
we can't compare ourselves with anyone else.
Mhm.
That's so beautiful. So, and what is this divine friendship? Because
Yeah.
I know that we say Dada Shriji is our divine friend. So, what is this divine friendship?
Yes. So firstly, I'll just, I mean, all of everybody I think who's listening knows the meaning of friendship and what is friendship. So friendship is that one bond, Anshuji, in our life. Firstly, it has the
Hmm.
freedom that we were speaking of a while back. Friendship is based on freedom. True friendship actually is based on freedom, because all the other relationships in our life, we somewhere, we are given them by birth. We have those relationships, right? So we can't choose our parents, we can't choose, there's of course a back end to it. I mean, you can choose your parents, but that's another, for another day. We can keep that conversation. But at least in this life, consciously, you have the freedom to choose the friends you're with. So it automatically comes with that base of complete absolute freedom. And divine friendship is like a step higher from what we've experienced as human friendship. So divine friendship is one that helps you. So even in human friendship, now sometimes there could be a judgment that's passed on you.
Yes.
uh, in these days, the way friendship is, also it's quite transactional at some times.
Yes. Yes.
um, so, but divine friendship is again based on the quality of divine love,
Right.
acceptance. It's based on truly caring and loving the other individual. So
Right.
even if you're experiencing that divine friendship, what happens is that the friend, the divine friend, will help you grow in life. That's what Maitreya
Yes.
Dadashreeji has done for many, many, many souls across the world. So he helps you grow towards your best version, like I said a while back. He
Right.
accepts you the way you are and helps you grow. And why divine friend? Because he helps you grow towards your own divine. So आपके जो divine है, whoever you believe in, the divine who's sitting in your heart, Maitreya Dadashreeji helps you to experience that divine, establish a bond with that divine. That's why in MaitriBodh Parivaar, if you've heard of any of our sessions or conversations before, we never ask you to follow Maitreya Dadashreeji like a master or a guide or a guru. We never
Right.
ask you to do that. His
Right.
words are very, very simple. He says that you can accept me as your friend. I will walk with you on the journey of life as a friend, and I will help you experience your own divine better. Establishing that strong bond with your own divine. That's why he's our divine friend. And the word Maitreya also means the divine friend.
Divine friend. Yes. Right. Thank you. Thank you for all this beautiful wisdom. So, when you get transformed now, Gayatri ji, don't you feel the normal worldly emotions like anger, irritation, frustration, jealousy?
Yeah. Yes. Thanks for asking this, Anshuji. I think so. Firstly, transformation is a journey, and we are all on it. So there's no stop or a full stop to transformation. It's a complete journey and an ongoing process. So
Right.
yes, I'm also equally on the transformation journey as many of our other friends here. Um, and about emotions, actually, we label emotions to be bad or good based on our understanding. So, from our limited understanding of the mind, we label emotions to be okay. Okay, this is a good emotion. That's a bad emotion. Actually, everything is supposed to be just experienced as it is. So it's a very good thing that you asked me. And in my recent experience of life, I'm learning more and more about emotions, and especially the emotion of anger. So
Right.
many times, as we were speaking earlier, Anshuji, that we are always taught to suppress anger, and not just anger, many other emotions. So since the childhood, we are always taught that gussa nahi karte, you can't be angry, you can't be, you can't talk like this. So what happens that over a period of time, that conditioning that happens for children also, and as we grow up, we always are taught to suppress, suppress, suppress.
Right.
And exactly when just like a volcano, then one day that
Yes.
outburst happens.
Yes. Yes.
So anger is also an emotion which is supposed to be experienced. You have to express it, you have to experience it, go through it. So suppression is not really the right way to move forward with it.
Right.
What transformation does is that it helps you express the emotions in a way that it completely gets out of your system. It also helps the other person to grow. So that right expression, that is
Yes.
what transformation helps you to do. So I experience anger as anybody else would. I think all transformed beings, or people who are on the spiritual path, everybody experiences all emotions. But yes, you slowly, gradually learn how to express it, right, in the best possible way. So yeah, thank you.
Right. So now, you also, I mean, one part of your life is that you were in a relationship for a short while, and then you mutually decided to get out of it. And after that, you have decided to remain single. So, would you share what was your thought or your emotion behind remaining this way? And was there no resistance from your parents?
Well, like I said, Anshuji, my parents, my family has been extremely supportive of my decisions in life, and I'm blessed. I'm really blessed. I think they are a gift from the divine. So I'm extremely blessed to be a part of the family that I have. So, regarding about the decision of how I want to live my life, it's very, very strongly aligned with the purpose of my life. So once I got clarity on what my purpose of life is, I knew what I had to do. So this is again going back to what we spoke at the beginning, that once you know what is supposed to be your, what your purpose of life is, or sometimes you might not even clearly know the purpose of life, but you follow the voice of your heart and you continue with that journey. I think that
Yes,
really helps you.
yes,
So the life that I'm living right now is a life that I feel it completely aligns with why I'm on planet Earth, and what is my role in this particular time period. So this time period also is very critical, Anshuji. The time that we are on planet Earth is the time period of transition. This time period is of transformation to happen on planet Earth. That's why so many things are dynamically changing, which we have also experienced in the past 2.5 years of COVID being there, and many
yes.
other things across the world. So I know that my purpose of life is to contribute in this process of transformation in my own little capacity that I have. And
Right.
that clarity gives you the clarity also to make the decisions, the big decisions of your life. When you know where you're headed, there's no confusion. So again, I would say that the bond with your own internal divine will help each and everyone to know how to live your life forward. That strength will come.
Amazing. So, I mean, if any other woman, and I'm saying specifically women, it might be men also, but we are in a kind of still, in a society which is more male dominated rather than, a female dominated, where we are considered as the weaker, part of the society. In spite of, the world changing so dynamically, still
Hmm.
there are a lot of things which make this uh, so why I'm saying, what will you, what's the message for the women that you want to give out, who really feel the same way as you do, who feel that their purpose is, they can be more happier and they can fulfill their purpose by remaining single? And what is the message that you would want to give out to them, since you have experienced it yourself? Because sometimes they go against that purpose and they just go by the societal pressure, the parental pressure, and all those things. So what is the one thing that you want to share with them?
So it's very simple, and it's very, very simple, Anshuji. Just follow the heart, follow your heart's voice, follow the divine guidance that you're getting. So what is my truth may not be, like I've said this before, that what the
Yes,
decisions that I have made in my life might not work for anyone else. But
absolutely.
what will definitely work for everyone is connecting to your heart, connecting to your divine, and listening to the guidance you're receiving from there. That will definitely work for every single individual, men or women. That's absolutely true. Now, yes, it is sad to see the situation of women in the world today, despite of the changes that are happening. In fact, Dadashreeji has always said. So once somebody asked him a question that women are going through so much today, and where how can they draw the strength? And Dada said that it's surprising that women today are asking this question, because women actually represent the Shakti.
Yeah, that is true. That is so true.
And if a woman, the woman is the foundation of any family. If the
Yes,
woman of the house is not happy, the family cannot thrive, cannot grow, cannot sustain for too long. So
yes,
what then becomes even more important is for the woman to be happy, to be connected to the heart, following the heart.
Right.
So, I mean, being single or being married or being, a single parent, whatever you choose to do in your life, that's your choice, your individual choice. But what is important is stay connected to your heart and your divine, because that
Yes.
is the source of, strength.
Yeah, so true. So beautifully put once again that no matter, I mean, what you choose, whether getting married, being a single parent, or being single, I mean, there's no right or wrong. It's only right for you if your heart, if the little voice inside you says that, you will be happy doing this and it is aligned to your purpose. So always listen to that. Never, never suppress that little voice inside you.
Yeah,
That's very important because you can never be happy if you suppress that.
correct. Absolutely correct. Yes.
So now, before we move ahead to our next small round of the lightning bolt, the signature question that I ask all my guests is: do you believe in limitlessness of the human spirit, of the human potential, of the human being? And if you do, who, according to you, is limitless?
Wow, that's a really nice question. I love the question itself. Absolutely, I believe in the limitlessness of the human spirit, human soul, because I think the limits are set by our own conditioned mind, and when we move beyond the conditioned mind, there's absolutely no limit to anything that we can do in this world. So yes, definitely, and I think limitless is. Well, I feel in personally somebody I know who's limitless is definitely Maitreya Dadashreeji, because of how he is, who he is, and what he's done to multiple souls across the globe. Having said that, I also feel that anybody who is connected to their heart, connected to their divine, is limitless, because truly, the limits of the mind, uh, when you surpass the limits of the mind, that's when you actually experience the vastness of the universe, the vastness of your own strengths, and the potential you carry within. So anybody who's connected to the heart, to the divine, will be able to experience the limitlessness. So we all can.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I just loved every bit of that answer. And I think the theme of this whole show so far has been, remaining aligned to that,
Yes.
your heart's voice, that little voice. And if you do that, you are indeed limitless. There's no one that can stop you. You are unstoppable.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And now we quickly move ahead to our next round. And here it is. So Gayatri ji, fill in the blanks. So what is, I mean, life and death are.
Life and death are okay. I'm supposed to be answering quickly, right? Okay. Life and death are, well, part of growth.
Wow. What makes you more happy, the sun or the moon, and why?
Both. I can't decide. Both. They're both part of nature, and I think they both have a purpose. So both, yes.
Wonderful. If you could become anyone for a day, who would you choose to be?
Wow. I want to become a child again. I would want to
Okay.
be a child again for a day. Yes. And
Okay.
I mean, because of the free spirit that a child would have. So,
Yes. Yes. Your most memorable moment.
oh wow. Well, there are many, but the first time I ever saw physical Maitreya Dadashreeji, the most memorable moment of my life.
Wow, that's nice. Given a choice, will it be desert, forest, mountains, or beach?
Mm, wow, very difficult to choose, Anshuji. I think I'll go with mountains.
Okay. Yeah, the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Your superpower is.
my divine.
Okay. Your favorite song?
Wow. Oh, yeah. I think this is a song. I mean, because Kanchanji and I had this. We had done this live a couple of months back, and I did. She made me sing this song on her show. So the song is "Kisi ki मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार."
Okay. किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो beautiful one, amazing one.
जीना इसी का नाम है. Yes.
Would you want to kind of, sing a couple of lines?
I think okay. I'll give it a pass today if it's okay.
Okay, if you're not comfortable, I'll not force you.
Okay, I'll sing the two lines. किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Wow, that was beautiful. Loved it. Your
Love is
greatest fear. Sorry?
love is the essence. I was just saying.
Yes, love is the essence. So, what is your greatest fear?
Fear, okay. Well, thanks to Dadashreeji and transformation, fears are definitely reducing. Um, I do feel that I should really fulfill my purpose in this life,
Hmm.
and it's not really a fear, but I mean, I that's something I watch out for. That this should
Hmm.
happen.
This should happen. While I'm here on this earth, I should be able to fulfill my purpose. Yes. I also feel the same way. On the day where you don't have any proper food to eat at home and no
Hmm.
energy to cook, what would you eat in a jiffy, like in just 10 minutes?
Well, but what all options do I mean? Do I have something at home to
You
make?
might have, I mean, whatever you have at home in 10 minutes, and you're very hungry and no energy to cook. So, what would be the first option that you would choose and have?
I will I will actually go with anything that's in the site. However, I can also stay without it. Without if there's no food, then I can also manage for a couple of I think a days to pata nahi, but like a day or two. But technically, I mean, I would not be very choosy. I'll just pick up anything. Yeah,
Whatever is there inside.
yeah, yeah.
Great. Maybe if Maggie is there, then Maggie.
हाँ मैगी भी आई मीन कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं है. इफ देयर इज नथिंग एल्स देन मैगी आई ट्राई टू अवॉइड यूजुअली बट या इफ देयर इज नथिंग एल्स आई विल जस्ट या.
Okay. Define Maitreyi Gayatri.
Okay. Well, this sorry Anshuji, this can't be a short answer. I'll just
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I give you three, four lines you can say about yourself.
so Maitri is basically a friend, nothing else but a friend, and that also defines my role in this life. That being a friend to others. That's that. Gayatri is the name that has been blessed and given to me by Maitreya Dadashreeji. So the quality of the blessed name is that it's the quality of your soul, and it's what your purpose in life is. So Gayatri is that, and when he did give the name to me, he did share the meaning of the name. So the name actually Gayatri is associated with the chanting meter, a way in which a mantra is chanted, and the way Dadashriji explained was that Gayatri is that energy, that form that balances between the three gunas. So there are three gunas
Okay,
that associate with the phrase rajas, tamas, and sattva. So it balances
right.
the three. So it's the balancer, you can say.
Wow. That's beautiful, beautiful, absolutely. And thank you so much for being on the show. I think, I absolutely kind of, it was so valuable. Every moment of the show was so valuable, with all the insights that you shared. So, any last things that you want to share with the audience?
Yes. So I think thank you so much from my heart, Anshuji. Thank you so much because uh, firstly for the opportunity and secondly for the lovely questions you asked. I hope the conversation would have helped people, and that was the sole intention I think both of us had commonly, so that it reaches
Yes,
out to more people. So if it is okay with you and the audience, can we do a short prayer? Uh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead with it.
Okay. So this prayer is gonna be about connecting with our own heart. Nothing big, nothing else, because today we've only spoken about that. So just
Right.
connecting to the heart and connecting with the voice of the heart. So we'll just do a prayer for that. And if others, anyone else after this prayer want to experience more and want to connect more, then if they leave a comment, I would be happy to share a couple of links where they can, do a meditation or join in the upcoming events and sessions that might be happening. So
Absolutely. And I want to tell the audience that also on the live that you're watching right now, the description below has all the social media handles for Maitri Gayatri ji from Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So you can always get in touch with her, DM her, and get in touch with her, and she would be able to help you with anything that you require.
thank you, Anshuji. Thank you so much. So we'll just do this small prayer. So I would just request the listeners, the audience, that you can wherever you are, if you can sit in one place for a few minutes and just focus on the heart. That's it. So we can close our eyes and focus at the heart center, right at the center of your chest. Okay. So let's just close our eyes. Let's just take a few minutes, completely relax ourselves, and bring your awareness and attention to your heart center. Just be aware of your heart center. Just be aware of the heart center. Stay connected to your heart. You may feel your entire body getting relaxed. Slowly, your thoughts are getting calmer and quieter. Focusing at the heart center, let us say a small prayer to whichever form of divine you believe in, you connect with, to the universal energy, to nature, Let us put up a prayer that may we all experience a strong bond with our divine. May we all receive divine guidance. May we all experience transformation. You can repeat this after me. I open my heart, I open my entire being to experience divine love, divine guidance, and transformation in my life. Dear Divine, please help me to become a better version of myself. Please help me in this journey of transformation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whenever you feel comfortable, you can slowly open your eyes.
It was really divine.
Thank you, Anshuji.
Thank you
Thank,
so much.
thank you for the opportunity once again. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Hey people, I totally am feeling so blissful, so peaceful. I can't tell you. In this short period of time, you know, I have no words actually. I'm kind of missing out on words, how to express myself. So I leave you with the same feeling, with the same spirit here. Let's meet next week to celebrate the 50th episode with my mentor and guide, uh, Dev Gadvi. He's the one who's going to be there next week. So I'll see you at 8 p.m. next Wednesday, which is 2nd of March. So see you soon. God bless you. Be limitless. Good night.